Hi, this is Bill, and this is going to be a box opening and initial thoughts on the BSR Racing 1/8 scale rally car that is available from Hobby King. And I just got this car in the mail, and I cannot wait to open it up and see what it looks like inside and see what we've got to work with. So this is by far the largest box I've ever had delivered. This is a ready-to-run car. It is also a rebrand from a Team C. I forget the exact nomenclature on the Team C car, but I do know that Team C is a very reputable brand on the market as far as race grade cars go. So I know that the parts on this car are all the same from Team C. So they'll all be direct fit and same composite materials. I think there might be some differences where this might be a sport grade car, and we'll try to see what kind of parts are different. But here is the instruction manual. Let's go ahead and take a quick look. Oh wow, it's a very comprehensive, thick quality instruction manual. Lots of step-by-step instructions on how to do all of the repairs. Looks like I see a rear diffuser in this car. Looking forward to seeing that. It's got a twin battery pack style. And nice parts blow up. Extensive spare parts. I see some CVDs there. Hard to tell if the shocks are threaded. I'll take a closer look at those shortly. But a very extensive spare parts listing and a setup sheet too, which would be nice, and some pages for notes there. So put that up to the side. I see another smaller handout of the instruction manual here with the radio instructions. Nice, straightforward. We'll go ahead and review that later. Okay, so these are spacer clips for the shocks, and it looks like different servo horns for the different brands of servos out there. We'll have to take a look and see what kind of servo is included in this one. We've got an antenna tube, and it looks like an adapter here for the battery packs. So to be able to go from a, I guess it might go like this. To be able to connect two battery packs in there, and I see a bind cable here for the radio as well. So that's now the car itself. I've got another box in here. Let's see what's inside here. Looks like this might be the actual radio. Yep. And the radio is a very standard pistol grip. It looks like it's very easy to hold for people with small hands to be able to grip it. I see a third channel button on the thumb here. Looks like the on-off switch is on the thumb. The trigger spring is very easy to pull forward and back. It feels like it's a 50-50 setup. I see a throttle trim knob here, steering trim knob up on top. The antenna does come up at a ballpark of about 45-degree angle. I see the steering and throttle reverse directions here, and it looks like a dual rate dial there as well for the steering. So that's going to be a nice feature. I see a release button here. I guess this must be the release button for the batteries. And the batteries, looks like it takes 4 AAA size batteries. So I don't think there's any AAA batteries. The steering feels nice and smooth. It doesn't feel too tight. It doesn't feel too soft. It feels just about right. And the foam grip on the steering is nice. It's more of a medium compound. It's not too stiff, but it's just right. It looks like it's going to hold up over time. So I look forward to testing this soon. And let's see what we've got inside the box. And yes, it looks like they've strapped this down. Let me see if I can go ahead and remove these little straps. Take a closer look. Oh yeah, this car definitely feels like a very stout, heavy, very heavy 8-skill vehicle. It has a metal, or it looks like an aluminum chassis there. This looks like a standard 3mm aluminum chassis. It looks like it's a screen printed, feels like a PVC. There are some decals that are put on there, so the BSR is a decal, Basher, Nitro Circus, 75, those are all decals all on there. I see a DMAC emblem on the wheels here. The wheels feel like a very hard rubber compound. The foam inserts feel very hard as well, so it feels like this car might be set up for almost like maybe drifting, but it's not. The rubber isn't as hard as a drift material. But we'll have to try these tires out on different surfaces and see what it feels like. Got a nice protective layer of film on here. I see some scale-looking windshield wipers that are on here, and I got some scale side view mirrors. Even the hood scoop is actually a scale hood scoop on there. I see some antennas, so there's a lot of scale features on this body. Looks like a double reinforced rear spoiler, or wing almost. Let's take the body off and take a look inside under the hood here. See what we've got. This looks like a standard 325 or so millimeter wheelbase. Yeah, so that looks to me, okay, I see some, I can't tell if it's stamped steel or aluminum braces on in the inside. The rear is a composite brace. Here's the rear diffuser in the back. The suspension feels a little stiff on the rear. I might want to see if I can find some softer springs for my liking on that. Front feels good. That's about what I like to feel on the front. But the rear does feel like it's set up a little high and a little stiff. I see some sway bars in both the front and rear. And let's see if we've got. No, there's no CVDs on the rear, but it does. They have dog bones on the rear. And let's take a look on the front. We do have CVDs on the front, and there's lots of steering throw. It does say it has a 6 kilogram Metal Gear servo in here. It's got a nice sealed radio box. I have to look for that antenna tube, or maybe trim the antenna tube. It looks like you have to mount that into a threaded screw there. But I like how the radio box is bolted in with screws, secure with screws. And 2100 kV motor in there. Looks like a standard 1/8 scale motor, and with a 16 tooth pinion. It's got a really nice aluminum motor mount, both front and rear. So that the center, it actually has a center spool. There's no center diff in there, and the center spool is perfect for on-road driving. One thing that I don't see that I probably would want to do here is on the center drive shafts. I don't see any thread lock on there. I think I'm going to go ahead and put some thread lock on the front and rear out drives. I'm trying to see if there's any other metal to metal fasteners. I do see aluminum shock towers on the front and rear. The body posts look very sturdy body posts with extenders. Let's see, what else have we got here? Yeah, the quality of the plastic is definitely a composite style, and the steering radius is wicked amount of throw. Wow, looks like this car is definitely can definitely be set up to be a very aggressive handling. And I might have to experiment. One thing I do see here is that one thing to keep in mind when you're installing batteries, on the pinion here, or the shaft of the motor is extending right over the lip of the battery tray here. I'm not sure. I'm going to try and see if I can fit a battery on the opposite side, and maybe just put a 4-cell pack over here and maybe try to avoid putting a battery on this side and see how that goes. That makes me a little nervous there. That's probably about the only concern that I might have. And sure, it's probably wouldn't be an issue if you use hard cell lipos in here, and then it probably won't rub on there. But yeah, it's pretty close. Maybe I could even file that down, file the shaft down and grind it down. That wouldn't even come close to touching the battery pack then. So try to see if I can get close up so you can kind of see what I'm looking at there. How that shaft kind of sticks out over the battery tray. Other than that, oh good grief, look at all the Ackerman bar settings. Wow. I see 1, 2, 3 different Ackerman settings. I see angled pins. Let's see, the front uprights are made out of composite. Yep, composite uprights there. I know there's upgrades for aluminum on there, so there's definitely tons of upgrade options on this. It's a nice wide front bumper. I like to see that. And we've got plastic, or I should say composite, front and rear chassis braces, and 120 amp ESC, and everything else looks to be like a standard 1.8 buggy. So I can't wait to try this out. I'm going to try and race this tomorrow on an indoor off-road track, see how that goes. I may end up just running this in my on-road GT8 class and see how competitive this car runs with other cars, and try to experiment with different tuning options and go from there. But yeah, there's definitely lots of tuning options in the front and rear arms. There's 3 shock mount positions on front and rear on the upper shock mounts, and then on the arms there's 2 shock mount positions. I see looks like two different camber link height adjustment settings in both the height here and also in the length. So you can make the camber links wider in the rear. Let's see it on the front. Yeah, there are also two camber link adjustments on the front as well. Yep. That looks like a good solid setup to me. I'm really looking forward to trying this out. Look for click on the link to the description of this video for more details. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them there. And look for more updates as I continue to review this vehicle. Thanks for watching.